98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on 98FM.
Now, here's a story. We talked the other day on the programme about the incident up the north where a teenager was beaten senseless by actually friends, as it turns out. But here's another story, and I have to give you a warning. This can be quite graphic as well. I'm about to talk to a lady whose 12-year-old niece was attacked and beaten up by a 14-year-old in Adamstown last week, while others filmed the incident. Lena, welcome to 98FM.
Hello, thank you.
Lena, tell me a little bit more about this story. Your niece is 12.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, she was attacked. She was attacked not far from her house, and there was this girl that came and she put her hair. She was sitting on top of her. She was kicking her head, while others were filming. One of my niece's friends, she ran for her mother, and my sister was able to get out in time to stop the assault before anything really serious happened. Mm-hmm. But nobody knows where it could have gone. And they've been back since trying to catch her again. They full know, like they know that, guards are doing nothing about it because they're minors. So they keep at it, basically. They keep threatening them. It's been on for a week now and it hasn't stopped.
Wow, so they're constantly going after her.
Yes, they are indeed. And this has been reported to guards about 3 times now. There were 3 incidents in total. Another time, so the initial assault happened on Tuesday, which was posted on Snapchat. And then on...
So sorry, we were mentioning the other day the incident up the north and it being videoed and everything else. You're saying that while your 12-year-old niece was being attacked, others then posted the incident on Snapchat.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, when they were approaching my niece, they already had the video up and running, so they knew they were gonna beat her up and they're gonna make it into a story on Snapchat. So they approached her already with the running video.
Wow. Okay. Now, yes. I know it has been reported to Gardaí, but nothing seems to be done about it because she wasn't too badly hurt.
That seems to be the case. So basically, my sister went to the guards and she reported it, and they said that they will do something about it next week, which is this week. She has not heard anything back yet, as in what's happening, if there is anything being done about it. But in the meantime, they keep coming back. They've been back again on last Friday. And so one of my niece's friends, she warned her that there was a big gang coming for her again. So she ran into my sister's salon. She works in a beauty salon in Adamstown, and basically she hid there. So these 20, they were standing outside of salon shouting and threatening, and they were basically waiting for her to come out and to beat her up. So the customers of the salon and the employees, everybody saw that. They were quite appalled about it. Again, the guards were called. They never arrived. My sister had to call her partner. So they live around the corner from the salon. So he actually had to come with their 3-year-old and take her away. On the way home, they were verbally assaulted all the way. When they got into their house, the gang of 20, they kept screaming and they stood outside their house. They were kicking their car. They were kicking their cat. So he had to come outside to actually protect their property and their cat.
My God
so
almighty. And how old are these people who are out to get this 12-year-old?
So they are around 14. So
and is there any reason that she's been singled out, or any reason that you know of?
Well, she doesn't really know herself, to be honest. I think the girl that is doing it, that is behind it, the leader girl, she is a troubled kid altogether. When my sister went to her school basically, to speak to the principal, and the principal told her this is not the first instance, so there's been more. But again, this kid, when she came back on Friday, she mentioned that, the principal can't do anything to me, and I'm minor, and if you touch me, you go to jail. So, let your niece out.
In fact, somebody just sent a message in about exactly that, saying it's way overdue that our government needs to do something about young offenders. They know nothing will happen to them regarding the law, and that's part of the problem here.
Exactly, because we really feel helpless, because we keep calling guards, because there is no actual serious harm done. We feel like they're waiting for something really bad to happen to actually act on it. Like if, for instance, it was an adult threatening someone, you could get a restraining order, something like that. But because she's minor, she feels like she feels she can do anything pretty much.
And sadly, nearly can, because she knows she's getting away with it.
Exactly, that's the point. And I'm like, I think we need to talk about that publicly and maybe do something about it. That'd be nice.
Well, look, that's an awful story. And how is she being protected from this happening again, Lena?
Well, they are basically left to, they don't let her out for walks anymore. They can't go out, like my sister doesn't go out with their 3-year-old for walks anymore as well, because they're afraid. You see, there's 20 of them out there, and if it's just my sister and my niece and another niece who's 3, I mean, if they start attacking, it's a bit too dangerous at this stage, and they're really hunting them down at this stage, knowing that there's nothing going to be done to them. So they're literally just sitting at home. My niece is being brought to her school, literally escorted by someone. Obviously, my sister is not too afraid to walk on her own, but like the kids are really targeting. They're trying to catch my niece by herself, basically, and they're trying not to let her out by herself and just minding what they do. They're really careful right now, but it's not a nice situation to be in at all.
Absolutely. In fact, somebody just texted in to say, I was assaulted myself and knocked out by minors in December, front tooth knocked out and left in hospital. The Gardaí also did nothing because they were minors. That is unbelievable. Yeah, something has to be done about this. Lena, thank you very much for sharing your story, and I send my regards to your niece. I hope that these people stop targeting her in this way, and she gets to get on with her life and before something serious happens. Thanks very much indeed, Lena, for sharing your story with us.
98FM's Dublin Talks with Adrian Kennedy. Weekdays from 10 a.m. on 98FM.